Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Rumor Roundup. In last week's episode, we talked about how the Xbox 720 may be ditching the disk drive for an all-digital marketplace and what that might mean for the consumer. And it turns out that, well, there's an extension to that rumor now that they're saying that it will be keeping the disk drive and we'll be having a Blu-ray drive in the Xbox 720, and the flash storage will actually be replacing the hard drive, which should further eliminate chances of hardware failure. So that's a pretty good thing for consumers. Hopefully there's not another Red Ring of Death epidemic that happens with the next Xbox launch. And the next rumor that was actually debunked is Valve creating a home console. There's been images surfacing, people talking that Valve will be creating a home console to compete with the Xbox, Wii U, and PlayStation. And it turns out that the images that surfaced were actually just of a test console Valve was creating for PC gaming to test the big picture mode that they're creating for those that use their PC and a TV as the monitor. So it's a whole graphical user interface with larger icons and everything specifically designed for larger TVs, because if you've ever put Steam up on a TV or anything on a TV that's not a monitor, it gets very, very blurry. Everything's really small, so I'm glad they're doing that. It'd be a great thing for PC gamers. And so Valve console has been debunked. Now there's been little rumors going around about that Dark Souls will be receiving a sequel from Software, and they'll be working on a sequel, and they'll also be looking into creating games for the iPad and other touchscreen devices, and looking into the PlayStation Vita and 3DS as well. I'm very excited for a Dark Souls game on the PlayStation Vita, and just another Dark Souls 2. They're fantastic games, very aggravating, but if you can deal with that, I highly suggest checking out if you haven't already. It's get played in backgrounds in other videos, but right now we just got Jon and I for the N64 running back there. Classic game. If you haven't played that, you really should. That's really where all shooters started. Well, multiplayer shooters started. Nothing's better than the 4-player split screen in that. And on top of that, the final rumor, with a bit of my opinion afterwards, is that Mass Effect 3's Day 1 DLC is on the disc. People are saying that it's been on the disc because PC gamers, I believe, hacked into the code, or accessed the code, and found a bit of code. If they changed it, they could bring up the DLC character in the game. And the same, because they can do that, the DLCs, Day 1, it's on the disc. That's ridiculous. But then when you go to download the DLC, you get a 700 megabyte file or something, a very large file. So why would you be downloading that big of a file if it's already on the disc? So even if some things were on the disc, what BioWare ended up coming out and saying was that yes, the character model was on the disc because we make all the character models at once, and they were done beforehand, just like in Mass Effect 2 with DLC characters. They were already on the disc, and what you're actually downloading is the environments for the new quests, the new cutscenes, everything else besides the character models, because that was already on the disc. So you have the character model, but what's the point of having the character model if you have no quests to go along with them of obtaining the character and all that stuff? So they've basically debunked the myth that it's on the disc, but people are still upset about Day 1 DLC in general. So right now we're going into my opinion, transfer from rumors into my opinion. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.